Got a 2017 Toyota Sienna. Today's video, I'm gonna show you how to change your front brake pads and rotors. This video would also help for any model from 2011 down to 2020. First thing you're gonna wanna do, pop your hood. You're gonna go to the master cylinder here. You're gonna take this lever right here, handle, pop it up, and open up your brake reservoir, okay? You do that because when you push in the calipers, you don't want no resistance in there. You want it just to freely move as you push in your piston. I'm going to show you on the passenger side the steps it takes to do your front pads and rotors. First thing you want to do is come down. You're going to find that symbol right there on the body on the outside. When you look underneath, you're going to see that pinch weld right there. That's where you're going to put the location of your jack and jack it up until the tire just clears the ground. You're going to take a 21mm socket, take your lug nuts off, set your tire aside. We're going to take out the caliper. 14mm bolt here, 14mm bolt here. Take your 2 bolts, set them aside. You're going to take a large C-clamp if you have. You're going to push the pistons back in. If you don't have a large C-clamp, you could get a large screwdriver or something, or a pry bar. You put it in this hole and wedge it this way to push the pistons back into the caliper. This is the easiest way if you have a large C-clamp. You put it on the body, never on the hose and never on that nut. Always on the body of the caliper. This just makes it easier to come off, and it pushes in the brake fluid to allow the piston to move freely. But right now, this is a dual piston unit. So basically, I'm just doing it a little bit so it makes the calipers come out even easier, as you see here. Okay, comes right out. Never let your caliper hang. Keep it steady up here. You don't want to break this hose or cause any damage to it. These brake pads have springs that push the pads away from the rotor. So these you just grab and prime up, down. This one goes up. They pop right out. Slide your pads right out. As you can see here, these pads were shot. No meat left whatsoever, okay? Good thing this customer brought it in. We're gonna set this aside for now. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 17mm socket. We're gonna take off the caliper bracket right now. This is gonna have some torque behind it, but ain't nothing you can't handle. Next, you're going to make sure there's no clips that go around your lug nuts to hold the rotor in place, because when they come from the factory, they have a little clip on here that holds it tight. If it does, you're going to take needle nose plier or a pair of dikes, and you're going to cut them off, okay? Because those are only used when they mount them on new cars. You're going to take yourself a hammer, dead blow, whatever you have, and we're going to beat the rotor off the studs. A lot of rust and stuff. You can hit it backwards and forwards, so anything you do to get it off. If the hammer you have don't fit, get a bigger hammer and beat the hell out of it, because eventually it comes out. All the rust around here builds up and it keeps it in solid. You'll get yourself a steel brush and clean all the rust off the hub surface and around the hub itself. You don't want to breathe this stuff in either. Get yourself some brake clean, hit it. Nice and clean. Boom. You get your new rotor. We're using Power Stop today. Good company. Highly recommend it. I don't like touching the rotor with dirty hands, so put it on with here. If I want to handle the rotor, I like using the edges of the lip, not the surface itself. Now, like I said, we're using Power Stops. It comes with all the slide brackets. So the brakes pads themselves could slide nice and free. You always want to change these clips out. And you just grab them and pop them right out, like so. Or if you need, get a flat screwdriver, pry bar. If it's stuck in there, and pop it right out, like so. Okay, that's what they look like. Match them up, put them back in the same exact way you took them off. Now that you have them off, you get your steel brush, and you're gonna brush any surface rust that's on here. Don't breathe this stuff in. Top, flip it, brush it. Get your brake clean. Hit it. You're gonna take your new slides. You're gonna usually the fat side goes to this surface right here. The skinny side goes to that surface here. You're gonna take out your caliper slides one at a time, prise them out. We're gonna take more brake lube. Gonna put a nice little coat on there. Keep it from seizing up in there. If it seizes up in there, you're gonna have to change out. To get this piece, you gotta change out the whole caliper, okay? Unless you go directly to Toyota and get this part itself. But if you go aftermarket, any hardware store, to get this piece, the whole caliper mount, you gotta get the whole set. So lube this up nice and good. Press it into the rubber and work it in and out a couple times like that. And you have no issues down the road. Same deal. Some of these are different sizes. So as I do one at a time, take it out, put it right back in the same way. You're gonna get some grease, very little. And you're gonna lubricate where the pads slide. Okay, just the edges, because when you put the pads on, it's gonna push the grease in. So just like that little amount. Next thing you wanna do is we're gonna assemble the caliper bracket, the same 2 bolts. You're gonna get them started, finger tight, top and bottom. In the video description, I'm gonna try to find the proper torque specs for all these bolts. But if not, you're gonna tighten the hell out of this bolt and this bolt. And if you're not grunting and making noises, it's not tight enough. Like that. And then you go like that. You're gonna take your new pads, slide them in like that at this type of an angle. Press it in and over like so, okay? Same deal for the back one. You want this kind of angle on it. There you go, okay? You're gonna take an old pad, because I didn't put these pistons in all the way. And as you can see, this is the one I tightened first, and this one didn't do nothing. So you can take an old pad, put it on top of there with your C-clamp. Make sure you're sitting on the body of the caliper. And toward the center as much as possible, you're gonna press them in. That's it, okay? Take it off, take your old pad away, and you can see that firmly in. You're gonna take your 2 springs. You're gonna have to hold your pads together when you do this, because it's gonna separate them. Put it in the hole. Put it in the hole, you can see it pushes them out. Hold them together, get the bottom one. Put it in the hole. Put it in the hole. Now you're gonna take your caliper, bring it down. As you're still holding these, hold the outside one in, and that's it, okay? Make sure everything lines up. You're gonna take your bolt, caliper bolt, thread it in, top one, thread it in. You're gonna tighten them up, super tight as well. You're gonna tighten them up. Nice and tight. Not as tight as the bracket itself. If you're noticing and you tighten it, and this is spinning behind it, you're gonna get yourself a wrench and hold it in place as you tighten it, okay? You take your tire, throw it back on, torque it down the specs. Once you have them all finger started, go around in the star pattern. Just give it a little kiss. Just until it seats itself. Yeah. So, in that pattern, you do. Now you get yourself a torque wrench and torque all these down the spec, which I don't know right now offhand, but I'll leave it in the video description. Now to properly seat the brakes, it has notes from Power Stop. It even tells you these are the steps you're gonna have to take. Perform 30 decelerations from 30 to 5 miles per hour, leaving 30 seconds in between each brake application. You're gonna come inside, stack on the brake, nice, couple times. It's gonna get firm. You're gonna come outside, check the brake fluid, make sure it's at the max mark. You'll take your cap, press it back on, take your cover, make sure that's fully seated, and now you go follow Power Stop's recommended braking procedure. And that's how you change the front brakes and rotors on a 2017 Toyota Sienna. Questions and comments, leave them below. I get back to everyone. Hope that video helped. If it did, give me a thumbs up, spread the word, subscribe, the more the merrier. Take care, fellas. Peace.